It's Accountech Bytes, your ledger-loving look at the latest from the world of accounting technology with me, Tom Herbert. Thank you very much for watching. If you find this useful, please like, subscribe, or follow, depending on your channel of choice. Lots to get through, so let's get started. Only one place to start, and that is the global internet outage caused by problems with Amazon Web Services hosting. So services affected on Monday morning include banking, e-commerce sites, doorbells, and of course, accountants' favourite, HMRC, along with a host of other productivity tools like Jira and Slack, and of course, accounting software Xero. This was spotted pretty quickly by Accounting Web forum members, and I think points to a fragility that I think perhaps a lot of users of these types of tools weren't quite aware. The outage, which lasted most of the day for some people, had knock-on effects that you might not expect. So the register reports that one of the standout casualties was a smart mattress that is internet enabled and adjusts its temperature depending on your body. Apparently that sort of turned into a sauna, with the register reporting that the outage came amid a wave of redundancies and defections from inside Amazon's cloud division. It's worth noting that a lot of these services have an uptime of more than 99%, but in this internet-enabled world, is that good enough? While some accountants struggled with missed deadlines and a lack of productivity, some at least saw the upside. Stacey Price here from Healthy Business Finances down in Australia has written us a guide about what to do when Xero goes down. This includes communicating with clients before they communicate with you, reviewing your to-do list, a bit of CPD, and maybe a bit of impromptu karaoke. Maybe not holding out for a Xero, though. Now, research conducted by FreeAgent on its customer base of more than 200,000 users has found that almost 2/3 of invoices sent by UK small businesses in the past year were paid late. The worst offending postcodes include Southall, Blackburn, and Nottingham, while Ipswich, Clanrindod, and Taunton go the other way and saw more than half of invoices paid on time. Let's head over to MTD Corner now, and we'll start with a fascinating post from Sage's Chris Downing. Chris, who is a former partner at Milstead Langdon and is now heading the MTD charge for Sage. He talks about the retirement of the self-assessment form and the fact that HMRC now controls the tax calculation. Software no longer performs it. The new digital tax return looks nothing like the old self-assessment that agents know and love. No box numbers, no PDF, fewer data fields, and every piece of information HMRC has access to will shape that calculation. Now, Chris Downing was on the latest MTD Accountability Club webinar, all about the Making Tax Digital testing program, where he was joined by Rebecca Bennyworth and John Harris to provide a few insights into the testing process. Our very own Molly McFarlane has the write-up. New research from IRIS suggests that despite 4 in 5 accountants identifying MTD as their biggest compliance challenge, just 3% have fully prepared their clients for the mandatory change. Speaking of clients, HMRC sent an email out to agents this week stating that from November, taxpayers who've submitted their 24-25 tax return will start receiving letters directly from HMRC, making them aware of Making Tax Digital for income tax. Forewarned is forearmed. But you'd know that already if you'd listened to our latest No Accounting for Taste podcast, where MTD Director Craig Ogilvie joined Matthew Ward and myself to talk about what progress had been made with MTD, what's next, and how accountants can prepare. You can get that wherever you listen to your pods by searching for Accounting Web and subscribing, or listening on this page. A link to this and everything else mentioned in the video you can find in the description. Lastly, we have a new addition to HMRC's MTD software page. Welcome FarmPlan. Who they? Well, apparently they're a cloud accounting software package specifically designed for the agricultural community. Let's get on to the acquisition and investment section. And SMB Business Bank Alaka has acquired fintech firm Krea. They're a new one on me. According to this release, they are an SME lending fintech specializing in working capital and embedded finance. ERP and finance automation platform Campfire has announced a $65 million Series B fundraise, bringing their total funding to $100 million raised in just 12 weeks. Let's move on to the integration station now, and referrals platform RQ has announced that referrals created in RQ will soon automatically become leads in Soho's CRM tool. Moving now to our friends at VatCalc, and they've announced that its VAT Filer app has achieved Built for NetSuite status, helping organizations comply with international VAT and GST reporting obligations. Let's head over to AI Inglenook now. Ring that gong. And Computer Weekly brings us news from Oracle AI World in Las Vegas, where the software giant has announced that it will be embedding AI agents into finance processes. Speaking to Computer Weekly, Oracle Applications VP Hari Shankar said that as accounting is governed by rules, there's a lot of opportunity for automation. I've heard that before. The agents include a payables agent to manage inbound invoices, a ledger agent to help with overall financial management, and a planning agent to help finance teams improve their processes. Meanwhile, a research paper from Emory University over in Atlanta finds that while AI may bring productivity gains, their effect has been to make people work more while benefiting less from their labor. The killer line here, I don't think there's much controversy to say AI brings productivity gains. I think the disagreement is about who enjoys the gains. One thing I can guarantee, everyone attending this webinar will benefit. It's all about AI in UK accounting and how to automate for better client services. I'll be joined by Kat Bond from Xero, Louisa Matheson from First Intuition, and Stuart Hurst from Cloud 10 Accounting. 2:00 on Thursday, reserve your spot here. And while you're in a giving mood, please remember to take our AI in the accounting profession survey. It should take about 7 to 8 minutes to complete, and you'll be helping us to understand the current level of adoption in the profession. Thank you. Let's get on to some new updates from Dext. You can now submit receipts and invoices to Dext directly through WhatsApp without using the mobile app. They've made customizable exports available, and they've added transaction cleanup functionality for QuickBooks Online. Client comms app Shiralink has announced 2 new AI capabilities in its workpaper suite and assessment hub. One from me, and Australian forecasting stalwart Castaway has introduced a KPI workspace to its cloud product, enabling firms to define, track, and present custom performance metrics alongside those forecasts. This is the first meaningful feature divergence away from the vendor's long-running desktop tool and is only available on their cloud product. Now, back in April, Xero announced free carbon tracking through a partner app Someday, and they've now announced through this that the platform has released Someday AI, a new sustainability analyst. So you can use it to answer any questions you have about carbon accounting in natural language, review the data you already have, and draft communication to share with your team or customers. Onto the news and analysis, and digging into our accounting web intelligence research, I ask, do vendor job titles matter when it comes to customer experience? I don't want to give you a classic accountant answer here, but it kind of depends. 404 Media reports on the end of support for Windows 10 and argues that this is an e-waste disaster in the making. So just to sell more hardware, as many as 400 million functional computers will soon hit the waste stream. And finally, this from the Australian Tax Office about a deductions tool in its app. I thought I'd come across it all when it comes to receipts, but have you ever heard of anyone storing them in the freezer to stop them from fading? Remarkable. But before your memory of this video fades, why not sign up to my accounting technology email to keep up to date with the fast-moving world of accounting technology? Pop your address in the box, hit the yellow button, and it'll be with you every Thursday morning. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back next week with another video. Bye for now.